You know. I think this is fingerprints. Here.
Hey, Brandon.
Unlock this.
Huh?
With your fingerprint, right? Unless the
Yeah, I need you to wire it to me because I'm in New Mexico. Yeah, I need you to wire it to me.
Hey, Elaine.
Yeah.
Good to see you.
We
I'm
out
gonna
here
let this
trying
get
to do some stuff,
100%.
trying to acquire some land. I need you
The land.
I don't want you to
Good to see
pay
you,
over
brother.
how much ever the wire fee costs.
Now, at the present moment, I woke up with y'all because my heart is heavy, man. My heart is, you know. Listen, I got to make short, quick work with this real quick.
As soon as you do it, let me know.
The Moorish American Consulate was founded almost 13 months ago, at least 10 for sure. Joel M. Dollars, peace. Anybody on here, I hope y'all gonna get in trust. Now, I protect the people. They know that. This is why they deal with me, and I'm still here. In the unity occurs because I protect the people. I get a call from the son of Nora Bey. Nora and Nasir Bey are consuls for the Moorish American Consulate. They've been kidnapped in Florida. This was yesterday. At gunpoint for what they said was mail fraud. Now listen up. This is why you don't be trying to do this dumbass tax per Q until you're in the right position to do so. You pay for your contract through the mail so that's secured. You register your mail number. I'm trying to help y'all so y'all don't get jacked, and then I'm going to tell you what happened. Now, if I'm on my way, I'm talking to you about the Moorish American Consulate right now. Nora Bey, who used to manage the website for the Moorish American Consulate, she's separated, and Nasur, her husband in Florida, has been kidnapped for mail fraud at gunpoint. All the sheriffs went to their house and took all of that information. This is why I tell you people, stop sending your data, your allodial titles, your geographical locations, your nationality documents to anybody. Because they have the data. And you know what they do? They use it to spy on you. You know what else they do? They use it to strategize against you. I don't know. I can't speak on Chalet Morbet. I can't speak on any being I do not know. I know one thing. If you're looking at real consulates, I'm not talking about the Moorish American Consulate. I'm talking about true embassies. Real consulates and consul members, according to law and 1963 Vienna Convention, they have diplomatic immunity. Police, state, government, can't nobody even touch their effects. Can't nobody even walk in their homes. You know what happens if someone does? The person who does, no matter what corporation they're from, they get arrested by the feds, by the real de jure republic. You have federations still in existence. When you look at federal, do you know who the feds are? Do you know the bloodlines of the federal government? Do you know the federation? Do you know the countries that consist of the federation and the federal governments? Their bloodlines, their families and trust. They're Moors, some of them. Some of them are Albions and Constantinians. These are wealthy people. In the eyes of fiat, that is, if you're still using the corporate construct. Now, I'm going to break down for you guys what true consulates do. And if they begin calling you, they want your data. You're talking about proclaiming your nationality. I'm telling you, if you're proclaiming it through the Moorish American Consulate and you're not seeing an actual consulate operate, then you're giving free data to a body politic that is taking your data and using it against you. Come on, flow. Come on, energies of truth. Y'all speak this love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. I look for the justice. I already done did all of that. The love and the truth and the peace and the freedom part, I done did all of that. I'm on pure justice. Then you have another 4 when you flip the flag behind. Bravery, honor, integrity, and valor. Or some close. It's 9 principles. I'm going to read this to y'all. And you're going to know. I don't know how you just did this. Do that again for me, please. Unlock this. When I read this 1963 consular relations, pieces of it, articles of it, when you read the Vienna Convention, do you see the members of the Moorish American Consulate fulfilling the Vienna Convention, 1961? 1963 Vienna Convention on Consular Relations? Because if you do not, then you know you're not messing with a de jure body politic. After 13 months, they should have a building. When I say they, whomever is calling themselves a consulate. Now, when I read this to you, then you're going to know, so that any new members, anybody new on my page, I am the second person that has been captured from the Moorish American Consulate. I was put in jail. They sent a whole bunch of paperwork in. I wasn't released by the paperwork. I was released on my own recognizance. Okay. If you want to push this, then the state is supposed to be in relation with the body politic that is calling themselves a consulate. Let me show you how. Very first, if you know law, then you're listening to United Nations Rights of Indigenous People. And that speaks about how states they have responsibility to groups, body politics. States shall provide. States shall do this. States shall do that. They're supposed to be paying the consuls for nationality work. Thank you, Rashida Moore. You know law. That's why you rock with me. I appreciate you. Your thumbs up, you're sharing my videos, and you're confirming with me that I do indeed speak the law, and that's the truth. What does this Vienna Convention say? I'm going to do 1963 because they ratified and made it better. Just give me one sec. Y'all sitting up there. They call you. You call them. You get them your name, your appellation. Then they want to get this ID. They're going to send you an ID. So now you got all your information that way. You're paying them corporate instruments when that ain't even supposed to how it's rock. Do you really think real nationals from other countries is walking in and they don't know nothing for nothing about one country? They got to get nationality cards. They got to get passports. They got to get someone who's officiating or mediating between one state and the national person. Person come from China, go to a China consulate. They China members ain't getting arrested. Where you seen the China members getting arrested? Please tell me. In the embassies. Embassy of Slovakia. Go to New York. You see a whole bunch of embassies. I was rolling past some of them. Are them people getting jacked up? Put in jail for mail fraud? And all of that crazy mess? Look. Even though I woke up. And I'm still a little tired right now dealing with y'all. You know I'm me. Come on with it. Look. I'm going to get this up for y'all. Because I need to protect y'all. I cannot have the nationals getting abused because of misinformation. I can't have the people that I love, the Asiatic bloodline, be being deceived any longer. The matriarchs getting beat up. Vienna Convention on Consular Relations, 1963, Office of Legal Affairs. And I quote, "Hey, I don't have to speak on the man. I could speak on the work. And if the work don't match with the man that's saying he doing the work, then the man lying. Whoever that man may be." Let me give you Article 5, because I know these things. One day my memory will serve me to where I'm able to quote it. Verbatim. Consular functions consist in protecting in the receiving state the interest of the sending state and of its nationals, both individuals and body corporates, within the limits permitted by international law. What is an international law? United Nations Declaration of the Rights of Indigenous People. So if this was a true consulate, then they would be enforcing UNDRIP. Yes. It said protecting in the receiving state. Are those nationals protected by the consulate? Didn't they just get kidnapped at gunpoint with mail fraud and all of their computers taken? All of that data in those computers for the nationals is now in the hands of the colonizer. But y'all telling me this is the right way to go, right? You got to get in trust. Where's my data? My data's with Delane, because I trust her. She will burn the world down before she allows something to happen to us. Me too, for her. You see? All of our families in trust, all of our data is exchanged amongst one another. There's no other colonizing or body politic. Why? Because this is how they escheat your estate. With your information, with your data. What are you talking about? Oh, I got to point us right back in the center. They got your corporate instruments. They have your county records. When you go down to the county and you ask for your original, your titles, your birth certificates, everything that belongs to you, what do they say? We don't give the originals. Why? Because they need the data in order to keep pretending to be you commercially. This is why we took all our data commercially, and instead of giving it to them so they can escheat your estates, we use our data for our own commercial processes in our republics that's in trust. There's 13 families. We're working on the second one right now. We have one federal indigenous tribal government. We're working on the second one. Now that's A. Consular functions existing. B. Furthering the development of commercial, economic, cultural, and scientific relations between the sending state and the receiving state, and otherwise promoting friendly relations between them in accordance with the provisions of the present convention. Oh, really? Is me getting kidnapped going to the signing ceremony for my consular post head appointment, me getting kidnapped, is that furthering the development of commercial, economic, and cultural and scientific relations between the sending state? Who's the sending state? If Florida sends colonizers, yes, you must be in trust. You have to be in trust, and this is how they can't break contract. You think if someone goes to Elaine house and say something about Asain or Amun-Ra estates, she's going to break that contract? Yeah, right. They're going to have to pay her $1 million before she even opens the trust account, before she even opens a document. These are articles of commerce. Is that a friendly relation with the consulate? It exists for almost 10 months. Shouldn't Florida, with at least 25, what they call consuls on the website? We're talking about consuls that are supposed to be in a consulate, in a building. They're supposed to be receiving nationals. They're supposed to be making calls to the state dignitaries and officiating. And they damn sure supposed to have their bodies present. The hell you mean? What, is you a consulate member on Facebook? Are you a consulate built on Facebook? Oh, where's the bodies? Let me just check real quick. So the Florida Republic, the colonizers, the Florida Corporation, they took their living bodies. These are their family members in trust. And they suited and booted up. And they drove and walked and bussed and whatever the hell they did. In the city house. And as a body, guess what they did? They forced kidnapping. But we gonna send in paperwork? No bodies. Oh, we gonna do this. We the heirs. We this. We consuls. We gonna arrest. We gotta enforce the law. But no bodies. You lying to yourselves. Either you is or you ain't my baby. Look. C. Ascertaining by all lawful means conditions and developments in the commercial, economic, cultural, and scientific life of the receiving state, reporting thereon to the government of the sending state, and giving information to the persons interested. Last time I checked, the government of the Moors was either Societas Republic El Americanos, headquartered in Philadelphia, The government for the Moors, there's a document in 2013. It's a Regency headquarters number on there. But if we don't have a centralized government, then we are supposed to centralize our self-government. What does that mean? Every time there's an issue, all of us in one republic that know this law is supposed to band together as consuls or family members or Asiatics or whatever we want to call ourselves, being so divided. Did we take our bodies and go to their house to retrieve that body that they kidnapped? Then when I called one of the council members and I said, did you know that Nora's been kidnapped? Yes, that happened a day ago. The person going to tell me, they said, we're working on the paperwork right now. No, there's no more paperwork to work on. They've been notified for 13 months. I mailed the notice of existence to all 55 governors when I was a consular post head of Central Mexam. All 55 governors. That was, you know how many months ago? At least 6. So what you telling me is, from the time they knew we existed until now, we still don't have friendly relations to where we don't have to worry about Nora and the Shore having a family come up and strong-arm their ass? And then take all the data. Y'all sick. We sick in our heads if we think we gonna keep on sitting on this Facebook while our people actually getting tangibly, there's real abuse happening. Then we say we care, we say we about that life, we say we consuls, we say we Moors, but somebody just come stomp out your grandma like that, right? You can kidnap your grandma and your grandpa, your uncle and your auntie, and you just sitting there, hey, we gotta put in some paperwork. What the fuck? Get your ass up, put on your suit and boots, drive your ass down to the prison or the place that they got him, and take that habeas corpus with you. Release the body. Put your thumbprints and your sigils as a whole entire family, and you bring your body as a whole entire family, and you say, we're not moving until you release our people. Oh, unless you want to keep living a lie. Now, that's Article C. Article 5, subsection C. What's the rest of it? Oh, see, y'all got me on one of my tangents. That's why. Thumbprint me. I lulled you to sleep. Thumbprint me. I'm sorry. I'll make sure I thumbprint me. Unlock me. Yeah. You did? Okay. See, it helps to have a mate. This is D. Issuing passports and travel documents to nationals of the sending state and visas or appropriate documents to persons wishing to travel to the sending state. So after being in existence for almost 11 months, we don't have passports. We don't have travel documents of our nationals and all the states that we claim to be consuls in, right? E, what does it say? Helping and assisting nationals, both individuals and body corporates of the sending state. Now, I do these things. This is my lifestyle. What do? I act as a notary and a civil registrar and in capacities of similar kind and performing certain functions of administrative nature, providing that there is nothing contrary thereunto the laws and regulations of the receiving state. Now, if you go really comb that document, you will see that the corporations don't even have the right to search the articles of nationals of a real consulate member. They wouldn't even be able to get into the data and read anything. You would have to go government to government. What else? Y'all share this far and wide. When you share it, make sure that you tag not only consulate members, but bays and at-large people who are going to be coming into the Asiatic nation through that particular body politic. Stop giving your data up. If you're going to nationalize, have them just send you the document and you do it yourself on your own way in turn. There was no consulate around when I proclaimed my nationality. I found the nationality paperwork online. I printed it out. I put 2 black thumbprints on it. I signed my name and I mailed it to the 3 people that I knew it was supposed to be mailed to. Only 3 people that matter when you're notifying anyone with your certified mail return receipts and your nationality paperwork. The Chief Executive Officer, CEO of the Service Corporation at the present time is Donald Trump. That's one you mail it to when proclaiming your nationality. This is so that the Service Corporation knows that you have a nationality and they can't mess with you anymore. Number two, the second person, that will be Antonio Guterres. That's the Secretary General of the United Nations. Why is he important? Because having that nationality proclamation in the United Nations privies you to the UNDRIP. Number three, the governor of the state that you were born in. Why would having nationality be important there? And when you proclaim it and remove yourself off the record, to the governor of the state that you were born in, that governor is trustee over your estate. When you make yourself alive and you say, I'm no longer a corporation, and you start operating and doing business in your republic concerning getting your documents and accessing your treasury and doing all of the commercial processes that you do, then you protect yourself that way. Anybody want my number? I can give you any information because I was there, and I'm a percentage of the reason why the consulate exists. I was, at the time that we were going strong, I was doing videos, I was emailing, I was mailing, I had certified receipts, I was nationalizing people. My Asain Bey autograph and thumbprint is on a lot of documents throughout the land. If you want to know what's going on, other consuls have remained faithful in my life that was connected to them. You guys would be injuring yourself until you wait to see them doing what the real embassies do. If you don't, and you have that consulate ID, that Moorish American consulate ID, then you be careful, because until you see the embassy actually and the consulate really doing the 1963 Vienna Convention, you cannot be safe for sure that it's a true consulate and that the heads are de jure law enforcement for your republic and for your best interest. Y'all would like to see where I'm at before I get to travel to Florida to try to extract them? I will show you the beautiful sun. At nighttime, you can see the stars. They so beautiful. The birds is chirping. There ain't nothing that I don't have that y'all don't have. Except the only difference is I'm not an economic slave to what I have. I don't need to continue to be chasing the fiat in order to keep up what I have. I use Mother Earth, and the corporations use your Mother Earth, and then they use you in turn. Yeah. Call me up. We're trying to build this next 13. We have all the bonds together. We have the collection of wealth. We have the land. We have, this is a nice house. I like my house. Y'all don't understand how comfortable we are in here, opposed to what everybody else be going through out there. Whew. Yeah, right. That hustle and bustle, them fumes, them gases, those messed up chakra energies, all of those schizophrenic, psychotic minds, those thought forms and energies, boy, putting all over your being, trapping you up. It's like a coil around your energy grid. Look, I only poke at y'all because I want you to be free. I don't want you to covet those four walls anymore. I don't want you to covet the very substance that comes out your earth to build those things. The fiat you covet when you go and you enslave yourself on hours a day just to be paying for something that come out the ground, something that's in the sky. Free. I got lights. That's right. DMM Bay. Estate administration, there is a fee. There's 8 tiers in totals. The first 4 tiers secure you privately. The second 4 tiers, I'm going to make 9 tiers because my life path is 9 and I love the number 9. The next 4 tiers secures you socially. You'd have a private commercial way about yourself, and you have a public commercial way about yourself. Your public commercial way allows you to interface with the states correctly, where you can actually go sit down and talk to governors and have an influence in your communities. We're not doing any of that. Where's our town hall meetings? How come we're not there in those town hall meetings with all of these people that are being voted in? You say it don't work? Voting's real. Let me show you how. Our 13 families lawfully can go indict any sheriff on the land. by way of vote, 7-6. In this republic, this sheriff, whoever they are, if it's a corporation or one of the muftis that we put in place, where's our mufti? Where's our sheriff at in the republic? And how come he ain't going to talk to the sheriff or the corporate sheriff, the corporation sheriff? That come from the Sharifan Empire. That's where they get sheriff from anyway. The Sharifan Empire was ruthless. I love the Sharifan Empire. Excuse me. They had a mother. They were divine executors of justice. What are you getting in the first 4 tiers? Hands-on training, 270 pages, 3 90-page documents. Each document removes you from a nation state. DC, the Vatican, got the trust document. That's 90 pages. The Article 4 Common Law Court and all of our activities and councils, which were also connected to the UN, we lodged it in the UN, in the International Criminal Court. So each time we forward them an email, they know what we're doing. And we keep an open-ended line so that if they're sending us stuff we're sending, it's like a grievance. But we can always add to the activities. And that shows what all the republics are doing concerning nationality and our move towards, how should you say this, taking our place among the affairs of men. The last 90 pages is 90 affidavits. That's kind of helped by you. You write your own 90 affidavits, 90 pages of affidavits. That serves as your own constitution. When you're all done and you get connected, then we set up a time where all of the families come together and we go and we raise our flag in the United Nations. Where you say, where's your first republic's flag? It's on the way, baby. When my matriarch, and that is the divine woman whom I respect, that got up and came to assist me in this work, come all the way here to do this work. When she finished crocheting all of the sigils of all of our families that's in trust, and we're not going to have a square flag. We're going to have any other shape besides a square flag. So when you look at them flying at the United Nations and you see 194 squares, and then you see one octagon or one triangle or one circle flag, you're going to know that's us. And you codify the dimensions of your flag. We're going to raise it up. I appreciate y'all. The first 4 tiers are public. The last 4 tiers are private counsel between me and the families involved. Talking about billions of revenue and credit. Talking about millions of acres of land and produce. We're talking about networks of transportation concerning goods from one estate and republic to another. We're talking about exhuming our family remains and burying them in places that we choose. We're talking about states being in friendly relationship with the states involved to do what needs to be done. That is privy council. These are those who are vested. They've put up their lives. They've opened their homes up. They've put up their bonds. They've given their numbers, their account numbers. We're all in trust to one another. Peace to you. Thank you for giving me the time to articulate what needs to be done with the Vienna Convention and real consulates. Please save your brothers and your sisters and don't give your data to just any old body politic just because they look nice and they doing some things. Nam Champo, call me up, man. Good to see you. Peace and praise to you. Yeah.